The ultimate act of obedience would have to be Jesus himself. When he was in the Garden of Gethsemane and he knew he was about to die, he knew the suffering that he was about to go through. He cried out to God and he said, Lord, if possible, please just take this cup from me. Take away this responsibility from me. But then he realized, God, your will be done, not mine. And because of that, we are who we are today and we're saved. All because Jesus was obedient to God.
Alright, my dad is not a Christian, so why listen to him? When I began serving the Lord, I one of my main struggles, I had to deal with obedience to my parents. I grew up, my mom being a Christian and my dad not being a Christian. He always told me, the right thing to do. I respect him so much and I love him so much. But I was like, okay, he's not a Christian, so don't pay any attention to what, he would say to me. And, I struggled hard with that. And, God, and even in the 10 Commandments, God is saying, honor your mother and your father. Honor your father and your mother. Not just honor your mother, not just honor your father, but honor them both so that you may live long upon the earth. And that's when it hit me. I was like, whoa, Nick, obedience is key, right? You have to obey both your parents. And yeah, you have to decipher, what's right and what's wrong, what lines up with the word of God. But I was like, hey, just because my dad isn't a Christian, that doesn't mean that, I shouldn't obey him. That's one thing I really learned. And one character from the Bible, that reminds me about, obedience was Joseph. And Joseph obeyed his dad, right? Joseph was such a good kid to his dad. And he was envied so much by his brothers, that they faked his death and sold him into slavery. And he rose up from in the prison cells, up the ladder, up into the hierarchy. And that story when he was with Potiphar's wife, he was like, wow, I'm in this situation, what am I supposed to do? This urge is here, this sexual urge is here, but what am I going to do? I'm going to obey God. I'm going to obey my master, my earthly master, who is Potiphar. You get me? And, he fled. So at the end of the day, obedience really is key. And, yeah.